Here's how to turn off autoplay on YouTube on both desktop and the YouTube app for iPhone and Android. So we're going to turn off both the previews that happen in autoplay when you're just kind of browsing through videos, and then also the autoplay at the end of a video where it just plays the next video. So depending on which one you want to turn off, we can turn off both of them if we want. So here on desktop, if I just hover over anything, it's going to autoplay these videos. Same thing in search, it's going to autoplay. I can turn that off, and I can also turn off autoplay at the end of a video. So if I go to a video and here at the end, it's going to autoplay whatever is next. We can turn off both of those. So they are both in your settings, but the autoplay for the next video is actually going to be in settings and right here in the video overlay. So if we have the video paused or we just hover over the video, we're going to see this overlay and it says autoplay is on. We can toggle that off and it toggles that off. We'll make sure that it toggled it off in our settings as well and not just for this video, but that turns off autoplay so it will not play another video when this one ends. Now if we go to our settings in the upper right hand corner, we tap or click on our profile picture, and then down here we have settings. Inside of our settings, we have playback and performance. So we can go inside there and we actually see browsing video previews. So we can click to turn off video previews, which is when you hover over thumbnails. If you don't want it to autoplay when you hover over that thumbnail, you can turn that one off right here. And then as far as autoplay at the end of videos, they actually don't have that setting here on desktop in your settings, but every video has the toggle on or off. So that's going to turn on or off autoplay for your account. Now let's take a look at turning off autoplay on the iPhone and on Android. On iPhone, autoplay is also going to be on those videos. So if we tap on one of these videos, in a few seconds, we'll skip through that. So if we pause this video, or actually we tap on the screen first and then pause, you're going to see I tapped on the screen and I saw all of the video controls. I can pause it and they're going to stay up. And I've got autoplay right here. So we just turned it off on desktop, so it's off here on mobile as well, but I can tap to turn that on or off if you're on the iPhone app. And then in our settings, we're actually going to get out of this video, close out of it, and then in the lower right hand corner, we have the U profile picture. And in the upper right, we've got the gear icon. That's going to be our YouTube settings on the app. We have two spots in here that we can look at. Playback and performance, if we scroll down a little bit, or just playback, I guess, is going to be autoplay next video, where we can turn that off. So we turned it back on that video, but we can toggle it off here in the playback settings. And then we see down here playback in feeds, which means whether a video plays when you browse, and that's a little bit more annoying in the YouTube app. It's actually always on, or you can choose Wi-Fi only so that you don't use your cell data, or you can tap to turn off playback in feeds. So when you're scrolling, those videos don't just autoplay, because you don't have to tap or click on them or even hover over them. They just have to be on your screen on YouTube in the app, and they'll start playing. So we can turn off autoplay for both of those there. And on Android, we're going to find the same options. You've got the same option, should be on your video as well. We're going to go ahead and tap and make sure that we have that option on our video. If we tap and we pause our video, we see the autoplay option right up here, just like we had before. We turned it back on. We can toggle it off if we want. And then of course in our settings here in the lower right, I believe this might be in a different spot. I think they split these up. I could be wrong, but when we go to the profile picture in the lower right and then our settings in the upper right, here in playback, if we scroll down a little bit, we're at least going to find autoplay. Yep, so we see autoplay here. So we can turn or toggle off the autoplay for the end of a video. So the suggested video, nothing will play next at the end if we have that toggled off. And then we've got to go find our other one. So I believe it's going to be, I think it's in general. I clicked on the wrong thing there. So tap general. And yeah, so in the general settings, that's where we find playback and feeds on the Android operating system. So we tap on playback and feeds. We have always on, Wi-Fi only, and off. And so those are our options. Again, you can toggle that off here. So Android YouTube app, just a little bit different than the iPhone YouTube app as far as where those settings are located. But that's how you can turn off autoplay on YouTube on the desktop browser version of YouTube, on the iPhone and also on Android. If you like this video, subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you guys in the next one.